that Baker Mayfield is just hanging out there without a team. I don't know why anybody would be shocked. He costs $19 million a year almost. He's got a little bit of a toxic personality, and he had a bunch of injuries at the end of the year. So all of this was incredibly predictable. We said when the Browns went and got Deshaun Watson, they're upgrading at quarterback. Seattle is the only place that fits. But I also think Baker Mayfield made a mistake, and it's a mistake some have made, not many. Most quarterbacks that are great are boring. Joe Montana, Tom Brady, when they were playing, were into football. They're good-looking guys, but, Brady only recently started doing national commercials. Andrew Luck is boring. Russell Wilson's sort of boring. Matt Stafford sort of boring. Most of the great quarterbacks were. Peyton Manning, again, got really funny after he played. But you have to be totally committed, and you have to be a serious person. Jameis Winston was never serious. Cam was into Cam. Johnny Manziel into Johnny Manziel. And when Baker Mayfield did 20 commercials and magazine covers before he'd ever done anything, he sent a message. Money and personality matters to me. Now, you can get away with that when you're the franchise quarterback. But when they let you go like Cam or Baker, then league executives are asking themselves a question. Can we fold Cam into our culture, or is he his own culture? Can we fold Baker Mayfield into our culture, or is he his own culture? That's the downside to lots of commercials and a big personality and magazine covers. You're kind of your own thing. And so Cam Newton very quickly went from franchise quarterback to bridge. And that's what I think Baker is viewed as, a bridge, a talented bridge. Cam Newton, a talented bridge. We're not going to build around it. We've got a culture. We don't think we can fold you neatly into our culture. You are your own culture. The downside to personality, right? Like Magic Johnson had a big personality. And when he went to the Lakers, it was very combative in the first camp. Like it just didn't work. Norm Nixon but he was so great and such a winning player that even Kareem lightened up. Norm Nixon's like, hey, it works. I'll just slide over. Baker's not great. Cam was never great. He had an MVP season. He never had back-to-back winning seasons. But when you develop this big personality, everybody loves Johnny Manziel's personality, the money signs. You'll get a chance to be a franchise guy. But the minute you're looking for a second job, Johnny, Cam, Baker, you're just a bridge guy. That's why Trubisky had multiple suitors. Because the Steelers believe they can fold Trubisky into their culture. Marcus Mariota, good kid. We'll kind of fold him into what we do. So whenever I criticize the college quarterback with the big personality, here's another example why. That's why I say Malik Willis. All these, you can look at him and like, oh, that's a good kid. I can fold him right into what we are. Dak Prescott, I can fold Justin Herbert. We're building the culture here. We can put this kid right into it. So you'll get away with it. Baker got away with it. Johnny got away with it. Cam got away with it when you're the guy. But the minute you're looking for a second job, teams are out there like, well, we got our GM, our O-line. We got to have, like the Rams are like, can you fold Baker into us? Now, they folded Jalen Ramsey into their culture. He's outspoken, but he's a corner. Not touching the ball 70 times. So I'm not shocked by this. Baker is one of the 32 best quarterbacks in America. He's probably one of the top 26 or 27. Whatever he is. He's not top 10. He's not top 12, but he's somewhere around, 15 to 25, whatever. But I'm not shocked by this. He showed us what mattered. And I think it turned a lot of people off. Hour 3 around the Hall of Fame first ballot guy. A lot of fans are like, how are the Rams doing it? What bank are they using? I don't understand it. They draft well, and they pay the right positions. So Wagner's a terrific player. So I want you to think about this. And this is really a thing. Let me use as an example the Chicago Bears and the Rams. Now look at this. Here's who the Bears pay. A safety is their highest paid guy. A backup quarterback, Nick Foles. A guard, Cody Whitehair. What the hell are you doing? The Rams' highest paid players are quarterback, star receiver, star corner, star defensive tackle, and a pass rusher. They're paying, that's who you want to pay in the NFL today. Quarterbacks, receivers, edge rushers, great corner. Leonard Floyd's a linebacker, but he's an edge rush, right? Like, I'll pay that guy. 4 Hall of Fame talents, and Leonard Floyd, really good. Now, think about that. They're paying the wrong people. If you're going to redo your house, don't worry about the garage. Don't overspend on landscaping. Get the kitchen right. So how are the Rams doing it? The Bears don't even know who to pay. Nick Foles is a backup quarterback. You should be paying him a nickel. And I'll give you another example on this. The really well-run teams know who to pay. The really smart, people that build homes, they know where to put the money. So, in fact, Eddie Jackson for the Bears at safety is a bigger cap hit to the Bears than Matt Stafford, the quarterback, is for the Rams. What are you doing? By the way, the Seahawks, the Vikings, and the Bears spent a lot of money on safeties. That's not where you spend your money. The Rams had a good safety, John Johnson. Let him go to Cleveland. He was really good. Called defensive plays. Let him go. Why? He's a safety. They've also let tight ends go because they're tight ends. So this is why I say be very careful about the brilliant Patriots. Look at the Bills in New England. New England, Matthew Judon, all pay. Gets to the quarterback. The next 4 biggest salaries are 2 tight ends and 2 number 3 receivers. What are you doing? Look at who the Bills pay. A star quarterback, edge rusher, corner, left tackle, and receiver. Buffalo has figured out the new league. The Rams have figured out the new league. The Bears are lost, and the Patriots are living in 1997. You can't be paying 2 average tight ends and 2 average wide receivers for your top 5 paid guys. It is remarkable. So when you wonder, well, what are they doing? Folks, in every single industry in the world, 5% of the realtors sell 80% of the homes. Reed Hastings' Netflix is smarter than virtually everybody else in the streaming business. Jeff Bezos is smarter than you. I always tell the story. When I was younger, Microsoft kind of developed like late 70s, I think, Bill Gates, Paul Allen. People used to make fun of them, because they were kind of dorky kids. The dorky kids took over the world, right? And so there's a lot of money in Seattle based on a lot of people that have worked at Microsoft for 30 and 40 years. So Seattle's a very wealthy city because of they were sort of, pioneers in all the tech stuff. And I've known a handful of Microsoft people, not well, but have known them. And years ago, Jeff Bezos created a business to sell books online, and he was looking for money. And he went to some of the Microsoft guys and said, hey, could you give me $100,000 or $50,000? And to a person, the Microsoft millionaires were all like, that's the smartest guy we've ever met, not Bill Gates. Bezos is the smartest guy. Bill Gates is the second smartest guy. Bezos is the smartest guy we've ever met. He's now the richest man in the world. So smart wins. And there's just certain teams in the NFL, they're just smarter. Buffalo's front office ownership, really smart. Rams, really smart. And let's be honest about the Bears. They've been lost for decades. They are paying the wrong people. You can pay 5 players in this league a ton of money. It better be a quarterback, somebody that gets to the quarterback, maybe somebody that protects the quarterback, a weapon for the quarterback, and throw it at Jalen Ramsey, somebody that can neutralize their biggest weapon on a good day. With that, we bring in Rick Bucher. I don't know where he spends his money. Are they that valuable they're the most valuable thing except for quarterbacks. And all the good teams know it. All the smart front offices. Buffalo just extended Stephon Diggs' contract. Bucks did the same to Chris Godwin. Rams went and got Allen Robinson. The Bengals drafted Jamar Chase, even though they had 2 good receivers over an offensive lineman, and got to the Super Bowl. So the Bengals, the Rams, the Bucks, the Bills, the Chiefs. Well, what about Tyreek Hill? They've already reloaded. They're going to be fine. 2 franchises, though, are very principled. And at times, I would argue, kind of rigid. The Packers and the Patriots. One has the best coach. One, people think, has the best quarterback. And in 3 years since the league has changed, they have a combined 2 playoff wins. 2. In that same time, Kansas City has 7. Rams 5, Bucks 5, and they're going to keep adding to that total. New England will not win a playoff game this year. And Green Bay, with this wide receiving core, will not win their division this year. In my opinion, will not win a playoff game. I doubt it very highly. But the Bills really know what they're doing, and so do the Bucks, and so do the Chiefs, and so do the Rams. These are very good front offices. Who's the GM of the Patriots, or do they have one now? Or is Bill running it? Who's the owner of the Packers? Oh, they don't have one. It's going to be very interesting. Things change really fast in all of our lives. Like things change. Good relationship turns sour fast. Lakers win the championship, now arguably biggest mess in the league. The Knicks were great last year, now rebuild again. Like, stuff happens fast, right? Wide receivers are really valuable. We have massive rule changes. You can't hit anybody, especially receivers and quarterbacks. We also have a cultural change. And that is, if you look at high school football recruiting,